Realtor by trade, mother to Doug and Clinton, grandmother to Ian and Evan, and dog mother to Miss Molly. This is Cindy Onelio, and this is her signature on the industry. Thank you for sitting down with me.
You're welcome.
I really appreciate it.
Thanks for asking.
You're very welcome. Okay, so we want to get to know you a little bit better. We're going to start with, how long have you been a realtor?
Well, this year is going to be the beginning of year number 38 for me.
38 years. Wow.
It's a long time.
Well, I bet it's been very, very adventurous for you.
It has been that. Yes, that's true.
Smallbusinessgenius.com states that there are currently 2 million real estate agents in the United States. How do you feel you stand out from the crowd?
Well, honestly, I don't feel like I do really stand out from the crowd. I feel like I've just been around for so many years that people recognize my name because it's been out there for so long, and fortunately not all 2 million of those people are in the Kansas City market. Thank goodness for that.
All right. Okay, then how has your business changed over the years?
Oh my. I'd say business has changed in so many ways, because when I first got into this business, our listing agreements were an 8.5 by 11 piece of paper, printed sideways, one page. That was the listing agreement. Our contract documents were one legal size piece of paper.
Oh, wow.
One page.
Wow.
That was the contract. And as you know now, our contract packages are a
little bit thicker.
40 pages. Listing agreements are, 18 to 20 pages.
Right.
When I first got in the business, man, this is going to make me sound really old. We would bring our contracts into the office, and we would handwrite them, and then we'd bring them into the office, and a secretary would type them for us.
Oh, wow.
Using carbon paper.
Carbon
paper, yeah. So that was back in the old days. And now we have Dotloop and DocuSign, and we have
people signing things
electronically,
yeah.
and we have MLS where we can do saved searches and automatic emails, and this thousands of changes.
Yes, so crazy how technology just changes the way.
And technology has made our lives so much easier in a lot of ways, but I feel like it's also taken the personal approach out of things. Another example is when I first got in the business, we always went with the listing agent and presented our offers.
Oh, really?
To the seller.
Oh, wow.
Yes. And if there were more than one offer, first agent would come in and present their offer, and then they would leave. And then the second agent would come in and present their offer, and then they would leave.
Oh, my goodness.
If you could imagine that in today's market with 40 offers.
Oh, yes.
You'd be there for 3 days.
You would be there forever.
But we used to always present our offers to the seller.
Well, that is amazing. All right. Question 4. Would you say there's a secret to your success?
I don't know that it's a secret. To me, I think what has made me successful is that I try to treat everyone in the same way that I would want to be treated. I work with a lot of young first-time home buyers, and I have always said, I'm going to treat you, or if I'm talking to their parents who show up at the same time, I say, I'm going to treat your kids exactly the same way I would want someone to treat my kids if I were not there. If I'm dealing with someone that's elderly, I'm going to treat that person like I would want someone to treat my mother.
Correct, okay.
So I feel like what has helped my success is just treating people the same way I would want to be treated.
So that's your secret.
If there's a secret, that's it.
Okay. Can you give me your craziest real estate story?
Oh my. All of us who've been in the business for a long time have said we should write a book, right? I don't even know how to start with which one's the craziest,
Okay.
but I will tell you this one. I was going to go show a house to a couple of ladies, and I was familiar with the situation, and I knew that the seller worked out of town a lot of times, but when he was in town, he was a day sleeper.
Okay.
So we used to set up all of our own showings. So I got on the phone and tried to call. No answer. Assumed the guy was out of town. I think I actually tried to call more than once. And then we went to the property, and when we got there, it was a nice spring day, and it was a raised ranch, and it has windows above the garage. And those windows were open, and when we got out of the car, there was a little schnauzer that was running from one bedroom window to the other, barking and carrying on like crazy. So I went to the front door and I rang the doorbell. No answer. Knocked loudly. No response. Opened the door, announced myself. Hello, we're here. We went in and we looked through the house, and we went out on the deck, and we came back into the house. And I heard a noise that sounded like an alarm clock. So I said to these two ladies, stay right here. And I went down the hallway because I thought that sounded like an alarm clock. And when I got to the bedroom door, this man was face down, fortunately, on the bed, but he was buck naked.
Oh, no.
So, and never moved. So,
Alarm didn't phase him.
nothing. All of that noise.
Yeah.
Phone calls,
Yeah,
doorbell, dog barking, knocking, women talking.
He was out.
I think we were set up. I think he probably knew we were there and thought that would be really fun.
Funny. Okay.
So we just quietly let ourselves out
Yeah,
of
there
that
you go.
house. And they didn't buy that house. Those ladies
Don't
didn't.
blame them.
No.
Don't blame them at all.
Yeah, that was pretty memorable.
No kidding.
Yeah.
Yeah, I would say so too.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, last question. TomFerry.com states that 87% of agents won't make it past 5 years in the industry. Do you have any advice for struggling agents?
I'm going to say, when I first got in the business, I was told by someone that I respected highly, who said, if you will take care of your clients for the first 5 years, meaning stay in touch with them, go see them routinely, but take care of your clients for the first 5 years, and they will take care of you for the rest of your life in the business. And so when I first started, every year at Christmas time, I would order fruit baskets and personally deliver fruit baskets to everyone that was on my client list. And the first year, that wasn't too difficult because there weren't that many. But as the years went by, and I did this every year, it wasn't just to the people who bought a house from me that year.
Right, it's
It was
everything.
everyone who was on my client customer base.
That got pretty big.
Exactly. And it got to the point where it spoiled the holiday season
did.
for me, because that was all I was doing, was delivering fruit baskets. You can only put so many in your car at one time.
Correct.
And you'd be out in the snow, and it was cold, and so I eventually stopped doing fruit baskets every year at Christmas. But I can tell you, the people that I delivered fruit baskets to those first 10 or I don't know how many years, are still the best referral base that I have. They call me. They are without question the best referral base that I have. And it's because I took care of them for so many years. And you see them regularly. And it was good advice, and it worked for me. And I can tell you that since I've stopped doing that, the referral base is still good, but it's not like it was.
Not like it was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
So-
thank you very much, Cindy. We
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate you.
You're welcome.
That's all for us today on Signature on the Industry. Tune in again next month. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.